following Scott, our group project is presented by the Liu Yang, Xia, and Xiaomin Wang. Our company is the Qantas Group. First of all, the principal activities include operational of international and domestic air transportation service, the operation of flight service, and the operation of flight loyalty program. The associated support activities are the flying, trailing, catering, passenger and ground handling, and engineering and maintenance. Throughout the consolidated income statement, the total consolidated profit after tax attributable to the shareholder of Qantas was 217 million for the 2011 financial year. Alan Joyce is the CEO of the Qantas Group. His remuneration annually is the $5,800,000 for the year end 13 June 2011. The auditors in Qantas, including group audit and risk, provide independent, objective assurance and consulting service on Qantas' system of risk management, internal compliance, control and governance. It is independent of the external auditor, have full access to management and right to seek information and explanation. The audit committee oversees the scope of the group audit and risk function and has assessed auditor without the % of management. The audit committee has 4 independent non-executive directors, is chaired by the Gary Hansard, and independent non-executive directors. Operational focus business unit within the Qantas Group has their own internal audit function to provide assurance around key operational compliance risks. The findings from this audit activity are reported throughout operational safety governance structure and to CHESS. An integrated audit committee was established in May 2011 to support the delivery of the quality audit service throughout the Qantas Group. In addition, KPMG provided long audit service during the 2010 and 2011 financial year as the external auditor. Through the note to the financial statement, the total audit-related service was 3,124,000. Total taxation service is 484,000. Total other long audit service is 175,000. Total audit remuneration is 4,668,000. Here is passed to the Liu Yang to present.
Thank you. There are controlled entities in Qantas Group. There are in total 122 subsidiaries or controlled entities, in which 105 are 100% owned, 4 are less than 50% owned. There are 25 foreign subsidiaries. Qantas has investment in both associates and jointly controlled entities. There are 10 associates: Air Pacific Limited, Fiji Resorts Limited, Hallmark Aviation Services, HT&T Travel Philippines, Holiday Tours and Travel Thailand, Holiday Tours and Travel Vietnam, Jetstar Travel World Limited, Jetstar Pacific Airlines Aviation Joint Stock Company, PT Holidays Tours and Travel, Tour East TET Limited. And the 5 jointly controlled entities are Australian Air Express, AUX Investment, Harvey Holidays Pty Limited, LTQ Engineering Pty Limited, Star Trek Express Holding Pty Limited. There is no indication of interest in jointly controlled operations or assets in 2011 financial report. The value of consolidated goodwill in 2011 financial year is $164 million. The recoverable amount of assets is the greater of their fair value, less costs to sell and value in use. Assets which primarily generate cash flows as a group, such as aircraft, are assessed on a cash generating unit or CGU basis, inclusive of related infrastructure and intangible assets, and compared to net cash flows for the CGU. Estimated net cash flows using determining recoverable amounts are discounted to their net present value using a pre-tax discount rate that reflects current market assessments of the time value of money and the risks specific to the asset. An appropriate impairment charge is made if the carrying amount of an asset or CGU exceeds its recoverable amount. There is no goodwill impairment for Qantas in the 2011 financial year. Now, Seyed will finish our presentation.
Thank you. So, Qantas and its Australian wholly owned control entities, trusts and partnerships are part of a tax consolidated group. As a consequence, all members of the tax consolidated group are taxed as a single entity. The Qantas Group comprises the following four main operating segments. First is Qantas, which is representing the Qantas passenger flying businesses and related businesses. The second is Jetstar, which is representing the Jetstar passenger flying businesses, including Jetstar Asia, and the investment in Jetstar Pacific Airlines Aviation Joint Stock Company. The third is Qantas Frequent Flyer, which is representing the Qantas Frequent Flyer Customer Loyalty Program. And the fourth is Qantas Freight, which is representing the air cargo and express freight businesses. Underlying PBT is the primary reporting measure used by the Qantas Group's chief operating decision-making bodies, being the Executive Committee and the Board of Directors, for the purpose of assessing the performance of the group. The primary reporting measure of the Qantas Group's operating segments is underlying EBIT. Underlying EBIT excludes net finance costs from underlying PBT, as these costs are managed centrally and are not allocated to operating segments. Underlying PBT is a non-statutory measure which excludes certain impacts of AASB 139, financial instruments recognition and measurement, and non-recurring items that management consider to be outside the ordinary course of business operations. Qantas excludes these items to provide more useful information that more accurately reflects the underlying performance of the group. Qantas Group has adopted revised AASB 3 business combinations and amended AASB 127 consolidated and separate financial segments for business combinations occurring in the financial year started on 1st of July 2010. The acquisition method is applied to account for all business combinations on or after 1st of July 2010. The financial statements of controlled entities are included in the consolidated financial statements from the date that control commences until the date that control ceases. Investments in associates and jointly controlled entities are accounted for using the equity accounting method as required by AASB 128. There is no accounting method in jointly controlled operations or assets. Qantas Group has three subgroups. The first consists of 5 jointly controlled entities, the second 122 subsidiaries, and the third is 10 associates. And the subsidiaries itself consists of 105 100% owned by Qantas Group, 5 less than 50% owned by Qantas Group, and 25 foreign subsidiaries. This is the last part of our presentation. Thanks for your attention. Thank you.